how I lost 60 kilos in 3 years. In 2021, I used to weight about 130 kilograms, and 3 years later, I became a 70 kilogram boxer. I didn't follow like a crazy diet, I just changed my habits. Little bit of here, a little bit of there, and I'll explain you here what happened. So first of all, like I have to say this, as a kid, I was like fatter than many people, but not too much. A little bit bigger, but still I like played sports. I went outside and everything with my friends, blah blah blah. So I can't really say bad things about my childhood. Just was a little bit bigger, but it's okay. Everything changed in 2019 when I started playing more games. My everyday life was I go home from school and I play Fortnite. That was it. Like, just imagine this. The only thing I do in my life is go to school, go to home, and play games, play Fortnite. Like, it's crazy. I stopped going outside with my friends. I would just at home. I would just play. I would eat junk food. I would do every bad habits. Would stay up late, everything, bro. And even then, after in 2020, what happened? COVID happened, the quarantine started, and it got so much worse because now I didn't even need to leave the house anymore for school. So I have like online school, and I don't need to leave the house, and that like made me way fucking fatter. Like I got like to 110 kilos way easier, and then like in 2021 I got to 130, which is like crazy. Like I have 174 centimeters, so just imagine this. Like it's crazy, bro. Like in the quarantine, I would just be here at my desk playing games whole day without doing any exercise, without doing anything, bro. And I remember there was a day in 2021, like I have a scale here at home, and I went there just out of curiosity because I could see that I got fatter, and I saw 130 kilos. It was like, it was a shock for me, bro. At that time, I even failed like every class. So imagine this. I go to fucking scale, I see 130 kilos, I fail every class, I don't do anything with my life. I'm trying to get pro at video games, like, what the fuck, bro? I can't even look at myself in the mirror. Imagine this, right? You can't even look at yourself. The quarantine stopped in 2021 September. The school started, and this time with no quarantine, no online school, so I had to go there, and that's when I thought to myself, okay, I have to change. I just knew that I got too much weight from being like a sedentary motherfucker. So just by walking more and getting more of out the house would make me lose a little bit of weight easier. I knew that somehow, but that's what I did in the first months. I just went out with more friends. I tried to look for new friends to go out. I tried to socialize. Any excuse to leave the house, I would take it. I might even play like basketball or something like this with my friends. The thing I didn't really change was the food. I was still like eating bad food, so even like this, I lost like 20 kilos if I'm not wrong. Like just from not being sedentary, just from not being at my desk, from not playing Fortnite. So it was a big thing. Moving was a big factor to lose 20 kilos. In November 2022, I started going to the gym, and I was trying to change my habits. I couldn't like change it 100%, but I was trying here and there, try to sleep earlier, try to eat less junk food, but I still ate it. I went to the gym and I lost like to 95 kilos. 95 kilos in May of 2023. I got from 130 to 95. I was still not happy because I was still fat. Not obese, but fat. So I really wanted to do something else because the gym, I like the gym, but I had this feeling on me. I wanted to become an athlete. I had this feeling, I don't know why, I just had it. So, in July of 2023, I booked my first boxing session. Like from the first session, I really understood like, yes, I want this in my life. So I just continued to box, and after 4 months I lost like 10 kilos. So I started to weight 85, and that's when my coach told me I was gonna fight in 3 months. I needed to be 80 kg for that fight. I started preparing for that fight, and that's when I actually cut all the junk food. Before that, in the gym, I would cut a little bit, like some days, but I would eat the other days. Okay, but now when I had 3 months to box, I really cut all the junk food. I was eating clean. I lost 5 kilos, but I got some muscle as well. So it was like a good thing for me. 2023 December, that's when I fought. I did the 80 kilos. Now I needed to prepare for February because in February I had my next fight, but this time was in 75 kilos. So yeah, I lost the weight for the fight as well. Like tried to eat less junk food. It was a little bit harder. I had to suffer a little bit, but not too much of a deal. And then I got to maintain that weight until the August. I was at 75 kilos. I was boxing at the weight. And in September of 2024, that's when I moved down one more weight class to 71 kilos. Uh, and I lost my weight for that. I even got to 70. The weight class was 71, but I went to 70 in September. So yeah, that's the lowest I've had from 2021, from being this obese with 130 kilos. It was like a big achievement for me, and I don't know if I can find it, but here are the photos of the me before and me after. So yeah, check it out and maybe I can inspire you, you know. So yeah, basically I only focus on my diet when I started boxing because I needed to actually make weight. And that's like when I went from being kind of an athletic body to being athletic. That's the only time I really concentrated on the lose weight, you know, because before that I was trying to change my habits and blah, 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 but not really serious. And I think that you could, if you're like obese, you could just by adding simple steps you could lose the weight, but the final bits, you know, when you got to be like shredded, that's the only when you have to actually make that diet, you know. If you want another video where I can give you like a guide actually what to do from being obese to like normal person, and then maybe I can give you a guide from being like kind of fat, like not that much, not obese, but a little bit fat to get shredded, just comment under this video and I might do it. Thank you for watching. Peace.